And hello again, everyone at TMR. How are we all doing? All good? Fabulous. So today we're going to be doing a film that was requested by my friend Pete from work. Scarface for you, Peter. So Scarface from 1983, directed by Brian De Palma. Now, I did like a lot of De Palma stuff, especially his early stuff. My favourite is The Untouchables, but I'm sure we'll get to that at a later date. So Scarface, starring Al Pacino and Michelle Pfeiffer. Now, controversy out the way straight away. I'm not a massive Pacino fan.
Lining up for my Dunkachino. What's my name?
Dunkachino. Dunkachino.
Although I do have quite a lot of Pacino films, but I do think he's a man that's made his career from shouting an awful lot. So not the biggest Pacino fan, although I do like Godfather and Scarface and Serpico, Dog Day Afternoon, Heat, Scent of a Woman. Anyway, moving on. So Scarface is an update from a 1932 original film, which was set in the Prohibition era. They moved the goalpost and it's now set in 1980s Miami, where you had the cocaine boom in the 80s. So Scarface, Tony Montana is a Cuban immigrant. I think it was 1980. You had the Muriel event where loads of Cubans came over in boats to America for asylum, basically, and how that impacted the area at the time. So thousands of Cubans came across. Tony Montana is based on one of those Cubans, and he turns into the biggest drug smuggler and drug lord of Miami at the time. And what eventually undoes him is his own addiction. There's scenes in the film where he's sat at his desk and there's like a pile of cocaine on the desk next to him. The cocaine in the film, by the way, was crushed up baby laxatives. And Al Pacino apparently damaged his nose from pretending to snort, and also burnt his hand on the gun that he uses at the end, the say hello to my little friend bit, that converted AR-15, which bizarrely, that converted AR-15 with the rocket launcher, that was used in Predator in 1987. So, made 2 appearances in the film, so pretty cool. The other thing that was quite controversial at the time is that they wanted to, obviously it was set in Miami, so they wanted to film in Miami, but the Miami Tourist Board and government were like, you're not filming in Miami because you're going to portray the Cuban immigrants in the wrong light. So they had to shoot a lot of the film in Los Angeles, with only a couple of the scenes actually shot in Miami itself, which was quite interesting. And the underlying current of the film is the Michelle Pfeiffer thing, and him wanting to sleep with Michelle Pfeiffer pretty much most of the film. And if memory serves, now I haven't seen it for a while, although we do have a copy, obviously. I'm sure in the film, wasn't Michelle Pfeiffer his sister? So there was that weird undercurrent thing, or maybe I'm getting that a bit mixed up, but I'm sure she was like some relation to him in the film. I might be wrong. You guys can comment and correct me if I'm wrong. And at the time when it came out, it was panned on release because of the amount of violence in it and the excessive use of the F word. There was 204 uses of the F word in the film, which for 1983 was a bit, wow, that's a bit over the top. But since then it's been reevaluated and it's now seen as one of the greatest gangster movies of all time. My personal favourite is Goodfellas, which again we'll do at a later date, but that's because I'm a big Scorsese fan. But like I say, Scarface, Pete, this one's for you. Personally, I'll score it about an 8 out of 10 because it is a very good film. But like I say, I'm not the biggest Pacino fan, apart from all the films I've just listed. But see what you guys think. That's it for this one. The usual thing, give me a like, give me a thumbs up, give me a repost. And we'll be back to you tomorrow for the first Terror Tuesday. So there'll be 2 drop tomorrow. And then we will speak to you again real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.